Race number 10 takes the NAISCC Cup Series to the famed Brickyard, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Brickyard 250. With only 3 races left until the playoffs, we have drivers looking to move into the playoffs, drivers looking to hold on to one of those playoff spots, and every point will matter for the next 3 races. What to watch for tonight? Bubble drivers, let's talk about them. The number 49 of Ryan Bird, after missing race 2 weeks ago in Darlington, this dropped the number 49 car 7 spots down to the 15th in standings. With 5 top 10s this season, it's a safe bet that the 49 will be competing again this week for a top 10. He has shown consistent speed all season long and has looked excellent in practice here today. The number 14 of Jesse Thordick. Thordick currently on the outside looking in for the playoffs. He's 4 points back from 16th and just hasn't quite had the luck, old lady luck, on his side this season. But coming off a solid 11th place finish in Darlington, expect for him to ride that momentum right here in Indy. He tries to position himself to sneak into the playoffs. The number 20 of James Trammell. It wasn't the best of races for the 20 at Darlington, as he lost 3 spots in the standings and setting just 8 points above the cutoff line. Coming into Indy, it's given him some confidence, though, as he was able to get an 8th place finish here last time back in season 1. Been a lookout for the 20, looking to add to his cushion here this evening. And the 05 of Nate Soren. Soren has had a solid rookie year in the NAISCC Cup Series with 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s, including a 2nd place finish at Michigan. He finds himself sitting in the last playoff spot in 16th position. The kid has moxie and has shown speed all year long, so it wouldn't surprise me to see him up front and in the top 10 here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NAISCC Cup Series here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. My name is Lee Tidwell. Joining me this evening, the man behind the curtain, Oz himself, Robert A. Moya Jr., as we bring you the NAISCC Brickyard 250 here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Robert, what a evening we have in store here tonight with the NAISCC Cup Series. Sam Dyer on other assignments this evening, so he will not be joining us. It's just going to be me and you and a dog named Blue, maybe. Who knows?
Oh, my dog named Blue? Well, yeah, I got a dog named Blue.
Do you really?
Yeah, B-L-U.
Like a dog.
Yeah. Actually, I do, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, we are here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway here with the NAISCC Cup Series here, brought to you by also Simbox Stores. But we'll go through all that stuff a little bit later on, Lee, of the proud sponsors of this league and Freaky Fast Broadcasting. But welcome, everybody out there on YouTube. Hopefully everybody's going to have some fun here tonight with Lee Tidwell and Robert Moyer, like he said, up here calling all the action here, as these guys are going to be taking on the good old famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway. What we're going to be looking for here tonight, Lee, is keep the car clean. But the main thing, and this is the main thing, ladies and gentlemen out there, that you're going to have to do when you go into turn 1 and 2, and then also 3 and 4. How do you want to call that, Lee? Before I explain this, how do you call 1 and 2? Or would it be 1, then 2, then 3, then 4? Because there's a little short in the middle?
Yeah, the short shoot between.
Is that what they call it?
1 and 2
Okay.
and 3 and 4. Yeah,
okay, okay, go ahead.
I don't know what word you're looking for, but I know that when you're coming into 1, deceleration.
Yeah.
If you don't have control of your brake, if you don't have control of your braking points, if you don't get in that rhythm, going into 1's it can kill you. Going into 3, not quite as tricky as 1. I feel like you carry more speed out of 4 going down the front stretch into 1 than you do through the back stretch 2 to 3. But 1 is definitely a corner you're going to have to watch out for all night long.
Right, and that's the words that I was getting out of. Getting down into 1, you really got to watch what you do going in there. And I've always come to find out 1 and 2 is different than 3 and 4. Now, it's laid out the same, it looks the same, but it don't drive the same. Not even a close. Because the one thing is getting into turn 1, like you said there, Lee, you got to make sure you hit your brake right. You got to make sure that you get that thing turned in. Don't hit them rumble strips and upset the car. And there is rumble strips in every single corner at this track. And then also coming out of 2. that is hairy too there, Lee. And I'm sure you probably hit that wall thinking that you're going to clear it and get on the gas a little bit too soon, get more momentum. Car starts swaying, dirty air, whatever it be. And before you know it, you're smacking that right front right against that wall, and your race is done.
Little bit kissy kiss on the outside wall. What we like to call it here at Freaky Fast. Sinchek's been the fastest in practice so far with 2 seconds left. Rochelle, Loveland, Johnson, and Huffstutler, your top 5. But practice times, you can really throw that out when it comes to qualifying, because practice, you got teammates out there working together, trying to see, what they can do with the draft and everything. We look at our standings real quick. Cedric Hunter, we talk about teams. Cat 5 on top of the team standings, but even in the singles, Cedric Hunter in first, Zach Hall in second, Johnson in third, 1, 2, 3, Cat 5. Then Vincent Sora, Thomas Walter, Max Foner, Kyle Rochelle, Tom Sinchek, Brandon Colley, and Huffstutler round out your top 10. Colley and Huffstutler tied at 9th. And 11th, go Million, 12th, Cochran, 13th, Trammell, 14th, Moniz, 15th, Ryan Bird, 16th, Nate Soren. That's the cutoff line we discussed earlier. Outside looking in at the moment, Thornick, Martin Morales, Adam Westfield, and Ferraro round out the rest of the top 20. So lots on the line the next few races here with the NAISCC Cup Series as we are riding along. I can't tell who that is.
88.
The 88. Thank you, sir. See, I need my producer. The 88 of Adam Westfield.
Yeah.
That's one of those outside guys looking in.
Just to let everybody know real quickly, these are the default cameras at Indy, and I don't know who made them, but they're no good. Like, it puts you right behind a wall all the time. So I'll be jumping from camera to camera to camera to camera. Just so you know.
I got you.
Yeah, like right there. Like, who wants to look at a wall? Like, come on. I don't know why the cameras are like that. Wow, that's bad.
I don't know. I don't know, boss man. I get paid to talk, man. Not understand the mechanics of the iRacing camera system.
Well, you didn't make these, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know how to put my butt on top of the press box, and that's all I do.
All right. Well, here we're going to do real quick, ladies and gentlemen, why they are under qualifying. We're going to go to a be right back. Let me fix these cameras for everybody so we can literally not look at trees all night and actually look at cars. But we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Sorry for that quick fix there. I think I got mainly fixed. I don't know what's going with the cameras. I'm totally lost right now, but we'll see what we can do as we still watch cars behind the scenes. So I don't know.
In golf, they call it a mulligan. In acting, they call it a take two. In baseball, they call it a do-over. In iRacing, it's called. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I'm getting a black screen here, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't know why. Something's not loading.
Welcome to live streaming, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, what in the world's going on?
So, we do got a few minutes left in qualifying, I believe, I hope.
Okay, well, we'll be right back. I gotta fix it.
That thing. See you in a moment. Don't go to work.
right, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for that little bit downtime there. Had to try to get the cameras fixed, and like you said, a blinking car can really mess a lot of things up, so I'm hoping I got everything working now for us. So,
All right, through 3, about to enter 4. Rochelle and Johnson will be row 1. Mark Whitley, Tom Sinchek, row 2. Zach Hall, Nick Crawford, row 3. Jesse Thornick, Danny Cochran, row 4. James Loveland, Brandon Colley will round out your top 10 coming out of 4. The pace truck will come off and we get set for 100 laps here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the NAISCC Cup Series. The race to the playoffs begins in Indy. Barney the flag guy says, hold it up, boys. Let's get her on. Green flag waves and Rochelle will bring up to the line to get us started at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Rochelle on the inside. Johnson will be on the high side. And you can see Whitney and Sinchek back there behind them. Johnson trying to keep second position. Whitley to the inside of him, looking to overtake that. Falling backwards now is going to be Nick Crawford into 6. Whitley not able to hold the corner out of 2. It's going to have not only Johnson, but now Sinchek pass him and have Nick Crawford right behind him. Here comes Crawford. I think Whitley might be playing some strategy here and falling backwards. Going to live to fight another day. Through 3 and trying to enter 4. Rochelle will be in the lead. Then you have Johnson, Sinchek, Whitley now, and Crawford side by side. That is for 4th position. Robert, I think Whitley, he's molasses at the moment for a strategic reason. We got to see if bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it plays off.
yeah, watching Mark Whitley here as I don't even have him in my... What position is he running?
He's in 6th.
I'm showing Adam Westfield in 6th. I don't even see Mark on my scoring pylon.
Mine is showing Wait, what in the world's going on?
What's going on?
I truly am showing 77 Mark Whitley.
I don't see no 77 even in my...
I'm looking at...
It's showing me everybody moved up +5. Let me see if I can refresh
Who's
that.
behind this too?
Oh, here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. Give it time, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to catch up. There it is. Mark Whitley's in 6th position. All right, hey, wow, our scoring just thought everybody was running in 1st place. Does everybody get bonus points for that?
Speaking of 1st place, let's look up there right now. Johnson and Rochelle are side by side down the backstretch. About to enter 3. Johnson is on the inside and will overtake the lead. Small, almost bump there from Crawford to the back of Sinchek. Sinchek now looks to the inside of Rochelle, thinks better of it, ducks back in the draft. We go through 4 now. Johnson, Rochelle, Sinchek, Crawford, Cochran will be your top 5. Then you got Whitley, Hall, Thornick, Loveland, and Colley to round out your top 10. Little bump there from Rochelle to Johnson. Across the start-finish line, says, go a little faster, son. I got things to do. Lap 4 of 100. Through 1 and now entering 2. We've pretty much leveled out here as we're looking at the 32 of Zach Hall. Hall running in the 7th position behind Whitley in front of Thornick. Got a little bit of a gap there. Then you got Loveland behind Thornick. Collins in 10th. In that number 42. With Westfield in 11th, Walter in 12th, the Professor Sean Huffstutler in 13th, Earhart in 14th, Gregory Shaw in 15th, and you got Soren, Trammell, Gomillion, Moniz, Max Foner, Ryan Bird, Daniel Keith Jr., Mark Morales, and Tyler Dingler. That will round out your field since we didn't get to go through everyone at the beginning of the race. Lap 5 of 100. There's some battling going on with Westfield right there at the 88. Thomas Walter also involved. Cochran will overtake Crawford for 4th position toward the pack.
Oh,
Crawford's actually falling backwards now.
Yeah, it
So
looks
is
like we got
Johnson.
Mark trying to work on the inside there, Lee.
Yeah, but Johnson's starting to inch back too. I wonder if this is a Cat 5 thing.
Maybe. Johnson's pretty good here at Indianapolis.
I didn't see what happened. He was door-to-door with Rochelle for a moment. Ooh, almost touched there. Sinchek. You'll make the pass on Johnson. Johnson will slide back to the third. Johnson in fourth. Whitley in fifth. Through two. Also momentum. Whitley now going to look up underneath Danny Cochran down the backstretch.
And Mark is still trying to work that inside line down there as he's going to have Nick now pushing him down the backstretch here to go into turn 3 and turn number 4 here, as it looks like he's going to be able to clear Danny there.
Yeah, give the assist to Nick Crawford. As Whitley moves into fourth, we become through 4.
Okay, that's interesting.
Gone on back in. Who was that? Around Thornton?
Yeah, I'd be back here with the 66 of George, the Trevor, and Stan, the professor. Oh, they got it all single file.
Those guys went 3 wide for some unknown reason. Looks like we got 2 Pepsi cars here this evening. Got the 75 of Whitley and then the 25 of Earhart. Everybody got a little Pepsi fix going on. Sinchek is now overtaking the lead. Rochelle in second. Johnson right to the back bumper of Kyle Rochelle as they exit 4. Whitley's going to follow Johnson down to the inside. Try to create a little drafting help. Now Crawford will go underneath Cochran. Johnson into second. Whitley third. Moves Rochelle back to fourth. Crawford in fifth. Crawford touches the wall. Sinchek's going to go underneath Crawford now. Here comes Zach Hall. Crawford in sixth, looking now to move back to seventh position. Almost scrapes the wall there again.
And that's coming out of turn 2 that I said all night there, Lee, man. You got to be very careful coming out because you will hit that wall. It will just suck you right up and hit it. And I'm hearing out here on YouTube, Lee, that actually they're saying that the draft here is OP. Overpowering. And that's what you can see it. What's that, sir?
Nothing. I'm looking at Nick Crawford. Ooh, Crawford, little tappy tap. Little kissy kiss. Falling backwards now. Crawford is struggling at the moment.
He's going to try to fall behind his teammate there, Brandon Colley, but unfortunately he got shifted up a little bit. Don't got really no draft, but Brian sure does got a draft.
So Huffstutler's going to look underneath Crawford here through 3. Up in front of them a bit. Westfield and Thornton's door-to-door coming out of 4. They racing hard here on lap 9. Thornton gets hung out to dry. Westfield's going to pass him. There goes Thomas Walter. Collie now sniffs to the inside. Ooh, Collie had to check up. Got tight. Collie will be in 11th. Riding along with Westfield now in that number 88 machine. See him following James Loveland down the backstretch.
Riding back here for 7th and 8th position as Zach Hall is about a 3-second head lead. You can see it right here. Just look at James to Zach. It's a whole turn that he is behind.
Yeah, the front 6 have kind of taken off and left everyone. Zach Hall, no, it's Cochran looking underneath Rochelle. They were doing really well all in the line. Now Cochran will dive down underneath Rochelle, move Rochelle back to 5th position. They say they go follow back out in front. You got your top 6, and then you got Loveland starting a convoy. Oh, man. Westfield gets real tight, almost taps the wall. Everybody passing him.
Oh. We got a stack up.
Yeah, out of Westfield got real tight out of 2 and almost kissed that wall like you were talking about, Robert.
Yeah, I mean, and now he's back here in these dirty air, trying to navigate around the track in dirty air is no fun at all, as he's got to try to figure this out coming out of turn number 4 to head down the front stretch. And this is where I say get single file. If you're going to do any passing, I always tried to do the passing at the end of the long, down the front stretch or back stretch, not at the beginning or in the middle. But the 57 of who was that?
Thomas Walter.
Is that who that was?
57.
Yes. Okay, 57. You're right. Oh, now he's back. Oh, he's hitting the 66.
Yeah, a little bump there to Gregory Shaw.
He says, I'm going to shawl your way to the front.
Walker had an excellent run off 2. As we enter 3, Collie going to go down to the inside of Walter. Moves Collie up now to top 10.
Collie needs a good run. He's good at this track. He needs a good run. Like you said, Jesse here needs a good run. Danny needs in that too. Posted on Facebook and said, on Twitch, said, is this the day? Is this the time? Does he bank his way into the playoffs?
The front booger just got collided. They are all squished together. Johnson now in the lead. You got Sinchek in second. Rochelle sliding backwards all the way to 4th. Whitley in 3rd, dives down to the inside of Rochelle as we head into 3. Zach Hall has now moved into 4th position.
Good run from Zach Hall, but, this is the other one of Tom. We haven't seen him out there for about 3 weeks, Lee. We were off last week, but we didn't see him at the past couple weeks due to he broke his wheel.
Yeah, I finally am satisfied and content with my setup after Father's Day. My wife bought me an actual rig, so I don't have my office chair and a table any longer, or a little photo stand, and then I got my VR and everything, and my ButtKicker hooked to the rig, and yeah, I'm for the first time content with what I got, and I don't need to upgrade yet.
Yet. And that's the key word, ladies and gentlemen, yet. As Zach Hall's going to take over second place there in that number 32 Tide machine over Tom here, and you can see his teammate of Kyle in the back, and Mark's going to fall back here into 5th position after starting up in 3rd position. So
There's a Johnson with a sizable lead. Call it 1 second over Zach Hall in 2nd. Sinchek 3rd, Rochelle 4th, Whitley and Cochran. That's your front group. That will also be your top 6. Sinchek getting tight coming out of 2. Rochelle's going to get a run. So will Whitley, as now we go back to the 20.
Yeah, there's battling back here.
That's Trammell.
Yeah, and look at Nick Crawford with that little bit of damage. He's falling like a fly. We got Max now going to look right beside him. We got Derek and that Dakota, He's going to make the pass. Ryan Berger, you talked about him in the 49. He needs to work his way up through the field. He needs a good run here tonight to try to chip away to make it into the playoffs.
How you get Derek and Dakota mixed up?
I don't know. I'm looking back. And this is why I don't call races.
Especially with me, because I like to point stuff out. But
well, I look at names as split second. I literally don't look at the names. I just look and then turn my head. You gotta remember, man, I'm up here doing 6 things right now.
No, I got you, man. I got you. As long as they keep the same paint scheme, we're all right through playoffs. One of these suckers change paint schemes, I'm going to be really mad.
You'll be lost. You'll be fine.
Some of them throw me off a little bit the past few weeks.
Well, we should be back out of no playoffs for a while. They should be running their original paint schemes. They should be, from the looks of it. It's not throwback week anymore there, Lee. So you should be okay.
Yeah, but what in the world just happened? My telemetry went really weird. You got throwback and then being off a week. It confuses me. No, I completely agree. I've got the T300 from Thrustmaster. That's what I'm rocking at the moment. I want a Fnatic direct drive wheel. Very, very bad, but you know I'm going to be content at the moment. Hub Stutler to the inside of the 66.
We have a lead change. Zach Hall has taken over the lead over Brian Johnson about a lap ago. Huh.
What happened there?
Well, Brian don't have no damage, but he...
And look at the top four from... it's going to be Hall, Johnson, Rochelle, and Whitley. They have left Cochran and Sincha. 3 seconds, excuse me.
Wow, is the draft that strong, ladies and gentlemen?
Rochelle down to the inside of Johnson through 2. Looking to overtake that second position. Zach Hall trying to break the draft. He goes way down low. Here comes Whitley to the back of Brian Johnson. Going to give him a little
wow.
shove. Whitley's going to, man, little shove. That was like nitrous there.
Is that what we call that? Because holy crap.
Whitley just, He-Man pushed him or something. By the power of Grayskull, you will have second place.
Right? I mean, holy mackerel. Was that a good 10 miles per hour faster? Very interesting. Well, 19 laps in the books already here. And, man, like you said, this field has, they just spread out. Look at James. James Loveland is, what's he got, 4 seconds behind? Tom and them are still about 3 seconds behind. Then you got a pack of cars back here 6 seconds behind. 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds. Wow, this whole field's all the way wrapped around the track almost.
And there's little mini battles going on here, going on there, going on a little bit of everywhere. We'd like to remind you of the fine sponsors that are bringing tonight's broadcast to you, and they are the Simbox Store. The Simbox Store. Everybody loves the Simbox Store. I would charge them for a jingle now. If you want to take your sim rig to the next level, get yourself a button box at the Simbox Store today. These quality handcrafted button boxes feature 32 functions that will deliver immersion like never before. You can reach them at Facebook at Simbox Store or view their box options on their eBay store. And don't forget to like the page and let them know that Freaky Fast sent you. That's the Simbox Store. You really push our buttons. Also brought to you by the ButtKicker and the Gamer 2. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. And the ButtKicker Gamer 2 lets you feel every detail from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10 powered race car. Ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving a physical mass instead of only air like traditional speakers, the Gamer 2 provides an instant, accurate, powerful bass response that is all perfectly in sync with every game with no additional software required. Check out the Gamer 2 at thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code FreakyFast20, that's Freaky with 2 E's, FreakyFast20, for 20% off your order of the Gamer 2 at thebuttkicker.com. PlaySeat compatible, by the way. They sell the little gimmick there, the little thing to convert it. I got it. It works. Also brought to you by McConey Setup Shop. McConey Setup Shop is your home for iRacing setups and the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports. Filled in the number 46 and 90 in the Coca-Cola iRacing series of Chili Mullins and Zach Novak. With everything from legends to the cup cars, they have you covered. Dirt setups for late models, modified to wing sprints are available as well. Head on over to www.McConeySetupShop.com today. Coaching with professional drivers such as NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series champion Zach Novak, his teammate Jimmy Mullins, River Hayes, and more are available at McConeySetupShop.com/coaching for just $25 an hour. All kinds of stuff. Check it out now, McConeySetupShop.com. I actually got a setup there, Robert. And I tell you what, I actually didn't feel like my bottom split self with the Cody setup. It makes it a little more competitive.
You got yourself one?
Well, I can't talk about them if I don't try them. Is that not correct, sir?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. I didn't. Hey, okay,
Right.
cool.
And then I even used my promo code of FFB for Freaky Fast Broadcasting 10 to get 10% off of that setup.
Nice. And well, okay, sorry, I was looking at and changing some sound files here. What setup did you get there, sir?
Oh, Atlanta.
Atlanta. And how are you doing with it?
Top fives mostly. Had a couple of incidents that prevented me from finishing the race a couple times, but wifey had to work today, so today was race day. So yeah, a few top fives, sixth place, and a couple of DNFs due to running out of talent, not lack of setup.
And okay, so now my question to you is how's the setup feel when you got it out of the box without doing anything, changing it around? What did you think?
It was so much of a difference than the stock open option. I don't know how to mess with these things. I got a chart that I've saved on my phone that says, oh, if it's too loose, you can do this, too tight, you can do this. And I do make very, very minor adjustments. And with this, I didn't touch it except for the steering ratio.
Wow. Nice. That's what we like to hear, man.
So we are on lap 24 of 100 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the NAISCC Cup Series on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Hello to everyone watching us out there on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us in chat. It's a way for us to interact with you guys, for us not to feel so lonely and like we're big old nerds sitting in our mama's basement talking about a video game. No sirree, Bob. We are professional commentators calling an racing event at virtual Indianapolis Motor Speedway with true fans out there on YouTube right now. Let me hear you.
Yeehaw! Oh.
Pits. Oh, man. Zach Hall and Brian Johnson will be making a pit stop right now. Lap 24 of 100. Leaders coming in, Robert.
Leaders are making pit stop lap 25. Yeah, so they're going to do this in 25 lap stints. Well, no. Yeah, because you pit right now, lap 50 is going to be your stage caution. So, yeah, they're going to do this in 25 laps stints. So, that's kind of interesting because we have Tom that made a pit stop here on lap 20. So, he's going to be about
going for the short pit.
The last 5 laps, he can't make that up, though. Yeah, I don't see him making that up there, though, Lee. I'll be honest with you. I mean, you're looking at five laps difference and on a 2-mile track.
Go to the 49 of Ryan Bird. As they exit 4, we got people trying to bob in and out. Thomas Walter's going to come down pit road. Looks like Foner came down as well, Westfield, but man, they are all bunched there together along with the 49 of Brian Burt, Earhart right there, Crawford in the back of that group. You got Moniz in the front, then in front of them, Foner and Shaw trading blows.
Oh, Mark Whitley is going to take over the lead. As we should be seeing these guys. Yeah, they're okay. So they're going to go one extra lap up here and see about getting a little bit of a tire difference here, Lee. I don't see that all playing out, but we'll have to see because we'll have to wait for the field to shuffle through its pit stops to see exactly where everybody's going to fall back in place. And how far apart they are, if it's going to make any difference.
Yeah, and to see how long somebody wants to stretch this first one out, as we've seen people start to get real tight. The 66 of Shaw got real tight right there coming out of 2, and that's that that turn you talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, Robert, that outside wall has had sweet loving from many drivers, just tapping it as it came around.
These cameras are driving me nuts, but yeah, you got to really watch turn 2. Exiting turn 2, I think it's the toughest place in Indianapolis in general. It's a very tough place to make a pit stop, and also a tough place to exit out of turn 2 to get, because if you don't get a good enough run, that, like you said, Lee, at the beginning of the broadcast, that's where you make up all your speed. I mean, if you can get out of turn 2 okay, you can really carry a lot of momentum going down into turn 3 and turn 4.
And Moniz locks up the brakes momentarily coming into pit road. Running along with the 50 with a Max Boner in the Rowdy Burns Exxon machine. I might watch Days of Thunder when I get done with this race tonight.
There you go. Well, here we go. Zach Hall just put down the fastest lap of a 51.83. Brian Johnson did get in front of him here during the pit stops cycle from what it looks like. Yes, he did have a better pit stop. Well, better pit road than pit stop. So Brian Johnson again beat Zach Hall, his teammate, under pit road. Not the pit stop, but pit road.
So Whitley is still out, and he is getting passed left and right by guys on freshies.
Yeah, this is a bad call. He should have went down in lap 25.
Yes, you got Whitley, who has stayed out, Huff Stutler, Shaw, Earhart, Morales, Gomillion, Daniel Keith Jr., and Tyler Dingler. Your top 8 have all stayed out. We're now approaching on lap 29 of 100. So maybe they're looking at a 3 pit stop strategy, trying to stretch it to 33.
Yeah.
Pretty sizable lead.
Yeah, well, there could be a number of things here, Lee. As we do got the stage coming up on lap 50. Number of things could be, one, are these any of the drivers that need some bonus points, for the stage, maybe the stage win, bonus points to help them in the point standings. 2, they could be saving a set of tires towards the end of the race, because these guys are now on a 3-lap pit stop, 4-lap pit stop, about four pit stops. You know what I mean? So they might be saving a set towards the end of the race, hoping that if we don't stay green, they catch all these other fast guys with no sets of tires, and they got a set of tires, which would just totally flip the whole race. And it's very possible it could happen.
Absolutely. Huff Stutler comes in here on lap 30.
Stupid cameras. Sorry.
I wonder why you went back to default when you were saying. I was like, what? Why are you going to default for it?
Because other ones were acting the same, so I don't know what's going on with the Indy cameras, but I got to look into it after tonight's race so that we don't go through this ever again.
We'll have an Indy race in 8 months, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be ready.
We'll be ready with cameras.
Earhart will move into second, as now we have 7 that have not pitted yet. Zach Hall will be the first one after pit stop. Zach is down 9. Yep.
Oh, here comes that's a Pepsi machine. Oh, that got me messed up there for me. I thought that was Mark making a pit stop, but it's not.
I did too.
I was like, well, nope, here comes the leader, but I was like, wait, that's not the leader. That would
Zach
be.
Hall.
Oh, that would be Trevor. Just letting everybody know the 25 is running a Pepsi machine too, so that's who that would be. But yeah, Zach Hall now has got in front of Brian Johnson.
As Whitley comes out of 4, we'll see what he does. Whitley will stay out. He's looking for a 3 pit stop race. Watch him pit on 33. Or a 2 pit stop race, excuse me.
Yeah, but we got a stage. Like I said,
Maybe he's going to go for the stage win and just push it to the end. Yeah,
Can they?
I don't know.
I don't think they can make that far in fuel.
Stage is at what, 40?
50. You can't do a 50 lap run in these cars. And if he does, then holy mackerel, that is saving some fuel. If chat will let us know, what can you do? What? Oh, we got somebody into the wall. Right around Zach. Oh, and that would be Keith Jr. there in the 45. He just smacked that outside wall there, Lee. But what I was saying, chat, let us know what can they make it on fuel? I don't think we have notes on that.
I do not believe so. Whitley will continue to lead. Shaw has moved to second. Morales third. Gomillion fourth. Zach Hall now up to fifth. Johnson in sixth. Then you'll have Tyler Dingler in seventh. Daniel Keith Jr. in eighth. Rochelle ninth. Brandon Colley in 10th. You was talking about Daniel Keith Jr., that 45, Robert. He's not pitted yet, so it's about like a slug on a doorknob right now out there for him.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's back here in 8th position, and I'm looking at the race day notes here, Lee. They had 4 sets of tires, 24 incident limit points, 1 fast repair. So they do got a fast repair for tonight's race. Stages lap 50, and then we finish is 100. And the restart zone is 15 car lengths from pit entrance. So that is our data that we got from the league.
Lap 34 of 100. And Whitley is still out. Hall has now moved to second. Zach Hall pitted on lap 25 along with Brian Johnson. Whitley is entering 3. Hall is just entering 2. So huge gap right now.
We've got a 21-second gap over the field right now, but we'll see how well, let's see what kind of lap times they run this time by, as he's gonna come by here across the long straightaway here. And he puts down a 54.71. Now, let's go back to Zach and see what Zach, as he's coming out of 4, coming down this long straightaway here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And he's going to put down a 53.2. He's a second faster than Mark right now. So in 20 laps, he should catch him. Well, less, about 20.
And there's 15 laps left in the stage. Mark Whitley, if he can make it on fuel.
Yeah.
And keep the pace at least where it's at, Whitley could win this stage.
Yeah, because that forces hands on some drivers here, Lee, because if he can make it to the stage, then basically he's going to come down and get fresh tires and fuel and still be up at the front. Everybody else is going to ran 25 laps on their set of tires. Either they stay out and get freight trained and fall back, or you go down and use another set of tires just to keep up with the field. So it's one of them dang if you do, dang if you don't deals. As looks like the 44 is hitting pit road there, Lee.
That's Maurice Gomillion. I think he is the last one besides Whitley that has not pitted. And Whitley's definitely going to try to stretch it. Whitley out of 4 as Zach Hall enters 3.
This
Whitley
will help
across
too.
the start-finish line, Zach Hall in the short chute.
Yeah, and this helps. This will help Mark too, right here too. If he can stay right behind Max here and use his draft going down the front and back straightaway here, that will help. Well, never mind. Don't listen to what I was saying.
Or maybe he's going to hope that Max will push him.
Well, possibility. Either or.
He couldn't complete the pass there. Went ahead and fell back in that draft as they have Earhart and Shaw chasing him down now. But now the two Pepsi machines, nose to tail. Like deja vu.
Let's vote. Which Pepsi machine do you like? I know you don't like any of them, Lee, but... here it is. There he comes.
Whitley into pit road. Lap 38 of 100.
I don't understand that strategy call. I just don't understand it. Well, I guess we'll wait and see how that all plays out because I'm just confused on it.
As Zach Hall will officially take the lead right there. Brian Johnson in second. Kyle Rochelle will be in third. Loveland fourth. Colley will be in fifth. And Thornick, Trammell, Walter, Westfield, Huffstutler, depending on where and when Mark Whitley comes out. Whitley with a quick pit stop.
He had a pit stop of an 8.10. Did he take 2 tires?
He must have just took 2 and a little fuel just to complete the stage.
Well, now that's what in the okay. Why would you do that?
The only thing I could think of is if he, when he made this strategy, thought that by staying out as long as he did, he might have enough time. He comes back inside that top 5.
Okay.
So that way you get the bonus points and stuff. But besides that, unsure. Zach Hall will be your official race leader. Johnson in second, Rochelle third, Loveland, Colley, your top 5. Thornick, Trammell, Walter, Westfield, Whitley will be your top 10. Huffstutler and Sinchek, 11, 12. Sinchek, he is down 8 spots from the start. He's in 12th position right now. And you've also got the 20 there of Trammell. Trammell's in 7th.
Biggest mover of the race, up 12 positions. So if everything stays the same here with the 9 laps here, you're going to have Zach Hall getting the stage win, hopefully, and then over Brian Johnson, Kyle, Rochelle, and got James Loveland in 4th position, and then Brandon Colley's going to round out your top 5. Yep.
There's a golf course in the middle of Indy? I did not know that.
There is?
Yeah, I literally just saw a green and some sand traps and everything.
Well, let's go golfing, everybody. You don't want me golfing.
Yeah, I'm not real good at that.
I'd probably hit the cars going around the track if I was out there golfing. I wouldn't be able to hit the golf ball that far.
You got to think that the area that's inside this track.
Yeah.
Yeah, down the backstretch, there's a small golf course.
Well, that's cool. Well, as we watch Ryan back here, up 2 positions, started 21st, running 19th position right now. Somebody else I didn't see that made it into today's race? Vincent Sora's not here. Nathan Sora's here. Who else are we missing? Cedric Hunter. I know they're running a 24-hour Le Mans. Yeah, there's a lot of vehicles that did not make it here tonight here, Lee. Hear that? They don't like Indy.
Yeah, what's not to like about Indy? I like me some Indy.
I like Indy if they would make turn 1 and 2 better. I always wind up hitting the wall in 1 and 2. It's just, it's bad.
It's a tricky girl.
It's bad. All right.
The 51 to phoner.
Yeah. Just trying to find some action, ladies and gentlemen. They are so far spread out. Like, we're trying to find something to talk about here with you. So, don't get upset. Come up here to Jesse running in 6th position, up 1 position. Trying to chase down there of Brandon Colley right now here. And this track but this race is starting to remind me of like a Pocono race where it's going to come down to maybe fuel mileage here. All depends here, Lee. For some drivers.
Absolutely, yeah. There's lots of different things that are going to be played out during this, when we end the stage, and then from there on after until the end of this race.
And you can see there the 42, that McDonald's, Brandon Colley, he got loose.
Brandon McCauley.
Did you hear that? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard that. I know I said it and I tried to correct it, but hopefully you caught me. But you can see, look how he's shaking the feather there a little bit, like you like to say, Lee. It's getting a little bit loose on this 42 machine.
Million goes around Ryan Bird. But yeah, he was trying to break that draft, trying to do everything he can to keep Cornick away from it and keep that top 5. Because we are now allowed 45 of 100.
As we look at people and the grandstands and everything else. Oh, what track are we heading to next week with these guys here?
What, you asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing until I log on.
Boo. Do you know where we're racing tomorrow?
No idea. I told you, man, I just show up. You're like, hey, we got a broadcast Saturday nights at this time. All right, cool. I show up at that time. Then I learned we got a freaking road course or something. I'm telling you, next contract renewal, no road courses.
Oh, man.
I will take a PTO day. Paul working lap traffic now with a 49 of Ryan Bird. We look at the 5 of Dakota Moniz. Moniz with Shaw and Crawford behind him. It'll be 12th, 13th, and 14th. Lap 47 of 100. The stage will be at lap 50. Means we get to reset and actually have something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. Yeah, there's something to talk about. I don't know if you're a Marvel fan, but the Black Widow movie came out yesterday.
Yes, I heard that people are actually liking that.
You know, it's not bad. I'm not going to give away spoilers because I hate when people give away spoilers. But it's not bad. If you haven't been watching the Loki show on Disney Plus,
yes,
that's outstanding television.
Now, since we're waiting for them to come on lap 48 to, for their stage break here, Lee, speaking of that Disney movie, now you know me very well, and the fans out there should know me very well. I'm not that type of person. Me and the wife watched the first 2 episodes, and I'm into it. I've been watching it, and I'm like, wow, this is really good.
Yeah, it's an interesting show. It's probably my favorite thing there so far. The whole household tends to watch all things Marvel. Lap 49 of 100 as we get set. We bring it around and end the stage number 1, the one and only stage of this race. Well, not the only stage. It's stage 2, but, you know. Only stage break. Y'all hurry up and finish.
Half stage.
There's a bit of battling going on in front of Zach Hall.
Yeah, who is
Go
that?
Million.
Oh, that's the tail end of the field, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
In front of Zach here. Oh, boy. He's on lap 50. He's got to complete this lap here, and he is catching these guys fast.
You got Soren and Foner and then Go Million in front of them.
And he doesn't know where to go.
Ball's going to get down inside of Foner. And there's the caution. So I guess they just had to wait for that 5th place person to cross the line, and the caution flies.
No, we have Thornick was in an accident, Lee.
What?
Yeah, I just seen a puff of smoke, and it's showing me that he has crashed. So let's go back here on the replay and see exactly what happened with the 14. Oh, I think he got such a run coming up. Oh, yep, and hit the 20, ran right into the 24, and we have carnage.
Yeah, so Morales and the 14 of Jesse Thornick get into each other right on lap 50, and we are under caution.
There you go, Lee. You should be happy now. We got a yellow. All right.
There's the freaky fast cartage replay.
All right, get ready, everybody. Lee is gonna get all excited now.
We still got pit stops and pace laps and all that stuff. We good right now. But they should call the stage here. So it'll be Hall, Rochelle, Loveland, and Collie. Your top 5 with the bonus points.
There you go. There's your top 5. And out of those, Zach Hall just took some points away. Brian Johnson took some points away from everybody. So basically, who really benefited from this would be the 3rd, 4th, and 5th position vehicles here, Lee.
So we come down for our stage caution pit party. Here lap 51 of 100. We'll get set to run the second half of this race. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on this wonderful Saturday evening with the NAISCC Cup Series on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Lee Tidwell, Robert A. Moya with you. Sam Dyer unable to make it tonight as he is in assignment in Dubai. Calling some Formula 1 over there. Racing it off of pit road, Hall, Johnson, 1-2, Rochelle 3, Loveland, Collie. Top 5 will remain the same. Then you're going to have Trammell, Thornick, Huffstutler, Westfield, and Gregory Shaw. Whitley will come out in 11th.
I like Zach's car.
The Tide-inspired Cat 5 machine.
Just a Tide. No. And the Cat 5. That's cool. Well, what are we going to see the second action here? Now it's second stent of this race here, Lee. Are we going to see what we seen in the first half, or do you think there's going to be some amping up going on here at the start of this thing?
Indy's one of those tracks that once you get 15, 20 laps in, you stay green, you're going to spread out like what we saw. So the name of the game is getting up front and hanging with Zach Hall, hanging with Brian Johnson. You know, can Rochelle hang up there with them? Can Loveland, Colley, Trammell? Because we know that Johnson and Hall's got the speed right now. And if you get past them and pull away, then, you know, more kudos to you as well. But it's all about getting that clean air out front and trying to get a gap between the rest of the field.
Oh, well, I guess we'll see here as we're getting ready to go back green here this time by.
Nuh-uh.
No, not yet?
I'm just playing.
Oh, hey, quit playing with me like that. I was all excited for nothing then.
So Hall and Johnson will be row 1, Rochelle and Loveland row 2, Colley and Trammell row 3, Thornick and Huffstutler row 4, Whitley and Westfield in row number 5. It'll be lap 54 of 100. It'll be 47 laps to go until the checkered flag waves by Barney the flag guy. It will be 47 laps to glory at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the NAISCC Cup Series. You know, you can win on lots of tracks and it's special, but there's certain tracks, Daytona, Talladega, Indianapolis, you know, those hold more meaning, I believe, to a driver when you win on those tracks. So this race, yeah, it's just a Saturday night league race, but this has special implications to a lot of guys out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pace truck set to pull off. As I said, 47 to go when we cross the line. Double file into the restart zone. Zach Hall gets an excellent start. Johnson is even a little late on that start, but he's going to be able to keep second. Rochelle looking to stick that nose to the inside. Loveland and Trammell back behind them. Huffstutler losing some spots here as Whitley's going to dive underneath him. Row 2. Hall will lead. Johnson, Rochelle, Loveland, Trammell, Colley, Whitley, Thornick, Huffstutler back to 9th position. Dakota Moniz up to 10th. Huffstutler now back up to 8th. The professor trying not to fall back much farther.
He's back here battling with the 14. He's got a herd of cars right behind him of Adam, the other Pepsi machine. Oh, that's Earhart. I wasn't sure who that was. Didn't want to say the wrong name.
You got Moniz, Earhart back there. And Huffstutler and Thornick still door to door down the front stretch. Everybody's going to bunch up going into one.
Ooh.
Oh, down below the white line. Careful there, the 25 of Earhart. Nice driving, though. Westfield to the high side now of Earhart going through 2. We've got a car off pace. That's going to be the 66.
He's going to gather it back up going down the backstretch here. And like you said, Lee, if these guys start getting single file here and getting spread out, this is what the first half of racing, what we've seen, is going to be the second half here. So, and it's starting to play out that way here.
Earhart and Westfield door to door coming out of 4. Earhart trying to make some moves here. He hasn't been content. But then, right behind him is Danny Cochran. And Cochran comes sliding down. He's going to take the inside. Earhart door to door now with Cochran trying to battle to keep a position instead of taking one from Westfield.
They're still side by side going down the backstretch out of turn number 2. And you can only do that for a good 5 laps before that thing's just going to start plowing and you're going to hit the wall. So if you're going to make your pass, you better do it now.
Thomas Walter, a little shove there.
Oh, and here we got Crawford. He's going to say, hey, I want to join the party, guys. Oh, and he just made that pass look pretty easy.
Right on by. 44 to go. Hall continues to lead this race. has been pretty dominant, but Brian Johnson's been right behind him. Kyle Rochelle's still hanging on, along with James Loveland. Loveland up 5 spots, but he is very close to losing that draft.
Like you said earlier, you don't want to lose the draft, because you do, you fall. We seen it in the first half with about 15 laps into that run. They got spread out, like, the first 6 cars pulled away. Then it went from that to the, 4 cars pulled away. Then it was 3 cars that pulled away. So, like, every 5 laps, it's like you lost a car. We watch James Loveland here. Well, lap 58 of 100, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to go run to a quick commercial. Give a shout out to iRacing and Freaky Fast sponsor. Make sure you check out McConey Setup Shop over on Facebook or at McConeySetupShop.com. But we will be right back after this quick word.
want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that Makoni Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flags Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at Makoni Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, Makoni Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to MakoniSetupShop.com and learn why Makoni Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
I'd like to thank all the fine sponsors for bringing you the NAISCC Cup Series here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Love to thank iRacing for not only this great platform they give us to all enjoy and have fun at, but to give two old guys like me and Robert something to do on a Saturday night to hopefully entertain you ever so slightly. Zach Hall will continue to lead, Brian Johnson in second, Rochelle in third, Loveland fourth, Whitley will be in fifth, and you got Trammell sixth, Colley seventh, Cochran eighth, Huff-Stutler ninth, Westfield will round out your top 10. The top four from Hall to Loveland have done taken off and left everybody else, Whitley and Trammell, trying to catch up with them, but a big gap right now.
Yeah, they pulled out, like you said, way about 4-second lead over Mark Whitley, and said, see ya later. I am not looking back. With 66 laps in the books here, 100. So these guys have to bank on the yellow now, I do believe. And also, you notice too, and the difference here is the sun has come out here, which is going to affect the way these cars handle out here, Lee. For some, it might get tight, and for others, it might get too loose.
Absolutely. The track temperature, the sun, everything can change things so much with such a slight variation. 35 laps to go at Indian. Hall brings it around 4 and will drive it across the line, make it 34 laps to go. Zach Hall has looked excellent, so has Brian Johnson and Kyle Rochelle. Loveland up 5 spots, looking pretty strong. Then you're going to have Whitley. Trammell's up 13, sitting in 6th. Trammell has kind of been a little bit all over the place. We've talked about him towards the front. We've talked about him towards the back. He's, we said big mover, 13 spots.
Hey, big mover right now. And we'll come back here to Tom. We talked about him a little bit up at the front. Did an early pit stop, and now he's way back here in 15th position, down 11 positions from his starting position here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So not sure if it's just trying to get your feet wet again, as he's been out for 3 weeks and just got his wheel fixed, and could be just trying to get that, get back into the groove, get back into the feel of racing around people and things like that.
Yeah, because, you go for, it don't even got to be weeks. It could be days without getting in one of these cars and jumping into the game and actually being around others. Even if you're just practicing, it's not the same as driving around other people. And if you take that time away and you come back, it's going to take you, not just a practice or two, but a race or two to get that in wrestling we called it ring rust. To dust that off and get back into tip-top shape.
Yeah, it can take a while. Sometimes takes longer than some other people, it's like riding a bicycle. Once you get off of it for many years, you know how to get back on one and ride it. And others, it takes a little bit of time to get back into that feel and groove, like you said there, Lee.
Rochelle underneath Johnson for second. Rochelle had a great run off of 4. It dove down underneath Johnson, driving into 1, and will overtake second position as Zach Hall has pulled out about a half second. Call it 0.7 of a second over Rochelle.
I don't know what's going on there with that 28, if he's backing off a little bit on tires or if he's actually got something going on in that Camaro. Handling issues, maybe?
Or, you know, Hall's got such a lead, maybe you let Rochelle on by, let Rochelle burn the tires up trying to catch Hall while you put pressure on him from behind. And then in 31 laps when this race is over, Rochelle has nothing for you.
Well, these guys are going to have to make another pit stop. So that could be the question, though. I mean, it could be trying to pressure him. Maybe try, you know, as teamwork, try to pressure him to make him overcorrect himself and go into the wall as Brian Johnson almost went into the wall. So there is something going on with this 28 right now.
Yeah, it is not behaving nicely exiting these turns. He's now coming out of 3. You see him just playing with that wheel. Trying to bring it straight. I mean, so much throttle control needed right here.
Yeah, he's definitely using some throttle control, like you said there, Lee, because something's not right. Something doesn't seem right for this 28 here, but we'll see. Oh, nope, there it is. It stepped out on him. Oh, he is loose, Lee. He is loose.
You know who's not? Zach Hall. In the lead, Rochelle in second, Loveland third, Johnson in fourth. Then you move on back, way on back. Then you got Mark Whitley out by his little lonesome in fifth. Trammell in the 20 will be in sixth position. Cochran in seventh, Huffstutler eighth, Westfield ninth, and then Colley has moved up into the top 10.
Come back here to Thomas in the 57. He's, like you said with Mark, he's out here all by myself. I just want to be all by myself. Anyways.
Actually, Walter's got Moniz right behind him.
He's still by himself. That's not close. That's not close enough. Needs to get closer.
No, sir. We're still trying to observe the 6-foot rule.
Oh, are we? I thought that was over with.
Did we ever start it?
Anyways.
The 25 of Trevor Earhart. Earhart riding in that 15th position. He is right where he started. Moniz and Walter still battling up there in the 57 and the 05. Not the 05, excuse me, just the 5.
Come back here to the 05. Nathan back here. Down 7 position, running in 20th position, just out doing his thing right now. Really not battling with nobody. And then we got a couple cars. Yes, we do got a couple cars a lap down. We got that 22 of Tyler. Looks like he is going to be 1 lap down. And then we got Martin back here as we got somebody hitting pit road here. Ooh, it's hitting pit road.
Sinchek looking down to the inside of Thornick. They're following Thomas Walter. Oh, look, loose there was Thornick. He had to check up. Sinchek's going to pass underneath him. Now here comes Earhart as well. They have been side by side. And they got more people hitting pit road now.
Yeah, that 8 of Tom, that car looks angry at him right now. He's got an angry car.
Angry car. 27 to go. 74 of 100 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with a golf course in the middle of it. Did not know that. I mean, how cool would it be to play golf in the middle of Indy?
That'd be cool. I wouldn't be aiming for the holes. I'd be trying to probably hit the golf ball into the track. Well, here we're going to have 25 laps to go here, Lee, once they come across the start-finish line. Now the question is, does Brian Johnson, Zach Hall, do they do the 25-lap pit stop like they did in the first half, or do they stay out 10 more laps longer to make the tires last a little bit longer? I mean, they have 4 sets in pit road, so they would have a spare left over. Mark Whitley would have 2 sets in the pits. Because we're caution-free, set for the stage.
Yep, and that's pretty much... Ooh, man, who is that trying to fly around Rochelle? That's Westfield. Westfield pitted on lap 74. You see what Frenchies do for you. Now here comes the leaders. Everybody but Loveland.
Interesting. I thought
Whitley's going to come in too.
I thought this was the strategy they were going to play and stick to it, and they're sticking exactly to their strategy. So if this race finishes off with no more yellows, Lee, Mark Whitley is going to leave a set of tires sitting pit road that got wasted for nothing. You don't want to leave leftover tires in your pit road. See, now he's got to bank on a yellow because these guys, well, he's going to have to bank on 2 yellows because everybody's still got a set of tires in pit road yet. This is only 3rd time down pit road.
As they race off pit road, Moniz and Earhart are racing through 4. That is going to be for 6th position. Ooh, Zinchek almost kissed that wall in front of him.
Oh, he actually did. He's got some damage.
He came off that turn.
Oh, there it is.
Right there.
And that was a hard licking. He used up his fast repair already.
He's just trying to hold it now. He's going to fall back behind Moniz. And that's probably going to do it for his day. Underneath now Thornick. Here comes Crawford.
Yeah, that car's going to be hurting for speed. Fresh tires or not, he ain't going to be able to hold up this field.
Absolutely not. We have more people coming into the pits. Whoop. That Foder who almost overshot. Foder had locked up the brakes. And more people down pit road. That'll cycle through with Moniz in the lead, who pitted on 52. Hornet, Crawford, Foner, Bird go million. Your top 6, they all pitted on lap 52. Everyone else is either coming to the pits or in there at the moment. Moniz through 3. Going into that short shoot.
They should be pitting this time by. Yep, okay, all right.
So Moniz comes in. Thornick and Crawford will stay out. Looks like Foner stays out as well, and so does Bird and Go Million. They all stayed out.
What does Soren do? Does he stay out too? Back here in 6th position.
Soren is still out at the moment.
Yeah, looks like he's going to stay out. So these guys got to be banking on a yellow, because if you stay out any much longer, you're losing so much ground on fresh tires compared to old tires. And we're trending here of basically a yellow-free race. They're spread all the way around this track here tonight, everybody. So Really not much to talk about except for fuel mileage. And fuel mileage is really actually blown out the window. So maybe tires. If we get 2 more yellows, even if we get 1 more yellow, it's still Zach Hall, Brian Johnson, all them guys that came down, Kyle, Rochelle, all them guys. They're going to be fine because they still got a set of tires to put on. So.
Yeah, so it looks like when everything shakes out, it'll be Hall, Johnson, Rochelle, Whitley, and Loveland. We'll have to see. We got 21 to go here. Ooh, right to the back end. Is that Whitley? Yeah, Whitley gave a little shove to Soren as they exited too. They get out my way, sir. Soren has not pitted yet.
And that's an interesting call, too. As we got Farner and Bird, they're both coming in at 50, 51, and 49 are now hitting pit road. So that's going to leave Jesse in the 14 out there. Who else are we looking at? Nick Crawford, still out there.
Yeah, and Soren is still out as well.
Not sure why Soren's staying out there in 8th position, but okay. Why not, right?
Yeah, run it out.
Never
See
know.
what happens.
You never know.
Whitley going underneath Morales right there. Woo. Whitley being really, really close. Getting Keith Jr. right there. Trying to chase down Kyle Rochelle, who is riding in 5th position. Gordon and Crawford are still out at the moment. They are on the backstretch.
I mean, their gap is look, 15 seconds. Big difference from before. The first half when they did this, they were down about 22 seconds, 23 seconds. So they're only 15, about 14 seconds behind. So again, within about 15 laps here, Lee, 14 laps, they're going to catch the front pack if these guys don't make a pit stop.
18 to go. Very interesting call. Thornick has Nick Crawford behind him. They also got Dingler in between them. Dingler did pit on lap 75. Dingler goes around Thornick now.
Even using their draft, using Dingler's draft is not going to make no difference. Not on these laps of tires that they have here. So
now look at Dingler just accelerate away from him out of 3.
yeah.
Here goes Crawford to the inside. I wonder if either one of them is going to try to play the long game here. Crawford tried to take Thornick on the inside, could not, will now fall back into the draft. The 66 of Shaw has caught up with him. He is running in 21st position, pitted on lap 73.
Well, the second half stint was 45 laps. We know Mark made it 40 laps. There's no way they can save 5 laps on a 2.5 mile track. Just not going to happen. You can't do it.
I'd like to say hello to everyone out there on YouTube and everyone joining us in chat. What's up, Cody Dorsey?
Good old Cody. How you doing there, sir? How was your Saturday?
Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July.
That was last week.
Oh. Yeah, it's a 4-day work week, but by goodness, it didn't feel like a 4-day work week. This was a dumb week.
Oh, I had surgery last Friday.
You did? Yes. How is everything?
Not good, but painful right now, and I'm sitting here in pain right now. So that should tell you something. I'm not hurting. I'm hurting right now.
I'm sorry, man.
I got about 8 stitches outside on my pointer finger, and then the carpal tunnel has about 6 underneath my skin that will dissolve. So they did carpal tunnel surgery on my left wrist and then released my trigger finger, and then come to find out, Lee, they found it pinching in my knuckle in my pointer finger. So they had to slice my pointer finger right where your knuckle bends, cut that open, and release it there too. So I had trigger finger twice in one finger, basically.
So you had a double trigger finger.
Basically. And yeah, so I told the doctor, I said, not to get off the race, ladies and gentlemen, but I told the doctor, I said, well, that explains why it felt different. Like, I had trigger finger in my right hand, pointer finger. Didn't feel anything like I felt for 8 months on my left finger. Like, something wasn't right. Like, you could just tell. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I want someone to go back after this broadcast is over with and see from lap 80 to 86 how many times we said the word finger.
Well, I'm not done yet. You got to keep adding up yet, because after this heals up, I go back in July 14th. After this heals up, I'm getting my right trigger finger done on my right hand and carpal tunnel. So then I got to let that heal up. So, but they can't do that until my left hand heals up with my trigger finger from my trigger finger and my carpal tunnel from my trigger finger. So, okay, all right, we're done.
Finger. 14 to go here at Indy with the NAISCC Cup Series. Thornick and Crawford are still out, but, you know, Zach Hall has closed the gap. Now just 3.5 seconds, 14 to go. They're not going to be able to hold them off.
Oh, no. I knew that was coming. Within a couple laps here, they're going to have them. So, but we're going to do a deal here. After the race, we'll let everybody go back and watch it. And if you can add up how many times that we said trigger finger and put it in the chat, I'll send you 25 cents.
25 cents?
Don't be greedy.
I would even go back and count it for 25 cents. Like, no, man, that's a lot of effort.
Oh, okay. 35 cents.
Inflation.
How much does it cost to make a phone call at a paid machine? How much does that cost now? 35 cents?
Well, I mean, first you gotta find a payphone. I don't think they hardly even exist anymore.
Oh, that's
I know they
true.
do in Bermuda. They got them I blinked. They got them all over the place in Bermuda.
Okay, well, if you find a payphone, you let me know. I'll give you that much money to call somebody who cares.
Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares. Call someone who'll listen. Might give up.
Beep.
I think we gotta pay royalties now.
All right. Well, back to the race here.
Yeah, but we're probably dropping viewers left and right. We're hemorrhaging. There we go. Hemorrhaging viewers with our singing and talk of fingers and finger apparatus. 12 laps to go here with the NAISCC Cup Series, and look at there. Thornick's going to come in.
Oh my God, Cody.
Cody who?
Facebook. I mean YouTube. I'm all messed up. I just read what he said.
So Thornick comes in. Zach Hall inherits the lead. Crawford will just let them go right on by. Cat 5 guys all the way. So Hall and Johnson now leading Crawford, who is in third, and then Rochelle is so far behind them, almost 3 seconds behind Zach Hall. He does have Whitley and Loveland No, take that back. Rochelle's got Martin Morales right behind him, and then Whitley. Morales got some pretty fresh tires. Lap 82 is when he pitted, so maybe a little bit of help. Crawford will come into the pits this lap.
Well, you got to give Mark Whitley a shout-out because these last couple laps, he's been putting down burners. Look at him just coming. Where is he pick up that speed, man?
Unsure, but he's trying to follow Morales around Rochelle. Rochelle doing a nice job of keeping Whitley behind him at the moment. 10 laps to go. Rochelle in third, Whitley in fourth. Loveland, who is in fifth, is 2 seconds behind them. Entering three, Rochelle and Whitley. Whitley's slowly closing the gap through the short chute.
Yeah.
Heading down into four, but you know, honestly, these guys just got to work together right now. And if they have any hope of catching Paul and Johnson, you can't do it side by side like they're running down the front stretch.
Nope.
Got to utilize that drive.
They got it down to 3 seconds, and look, they're losing. There's a tenth. There's 2 tenths. There's 3 tenths. There's 4 tenths. Where are they going to wind up at here? There's 5 tenths. 6 tenths. Yeah, see, you ruined it. And look, all that for nothing. And look how much ground. They lost 7 tenths on the front leaders. Like you said there, Lee, if they would have stayed together and pushed, they had it under 3 seconds. They were coming. They were catching them. And yeah, unfortunately, they just lost time now.
Whitley and Rochelle across the line, 8 to go. John and Hall will continue to be out front with Zach Hall being your race leader, and they will be going into 2. Hall and Johnson contend on playing follow the leader for the moment. Just chuck down some of these laps. It'll be Hall, Johnson, Rochelle, Whitley, and Loveland, your top 5. Cochran, Colley, Huff Stutler, Sinchek. And what a recovery by Sinchek in 9th position, and then Trammell in 20th. Trammell in the 20 and 10. Let's go to Sinchek in the 8th.
Oh, just to let them know, KPTV, we know about with copyrights and stuff like that. Trust me, we as long as you don't do it over 30 seconds, you are fine. They can't do nothing to you. So
I have used fair use as an argument many times here on different platforms. We have 7 laps to go. In Category 5, still looking strong with Zach Hall and Brian Johnson in the front. Looking at the number 1 of Kyle Rochelle. Rochelle is in 3rd position. Rochelle is 4 seconds behind Zach Hall. Rochelle has taken off and left Mark Whitley. Rochelle has no help at the moment.
Yeah, what happened there? Did Mark scrape the wall or anything that we didn't see, or?
I'm not sure, but Loveland has chased him down.
Or he just burned up them. I mean, he was coming ahead of steam here, Lee, for the last good 5 to 7 laps, and I think the tires just gave up. Yep, his tires said, I had enough.
6 to go. Loveland will move up into 4th position. It's going to drop Whitley back into 5th. Cochran in 6th, but Whitley really nothing to worry about. 8 seconds is the difference between those 2 spots. Looking now at your leaders. The 32 of Zach Hall, the 28 of Brian Johnson. Question is, last lap, how important is that logo on your sleeve?
When it comes to teamwork with these guys up front here, it doesn't mean...
Not teamwork.
What?
But last lap, does the team logo on the sleeve matter? Or if you're Brian Johnson, are you going for the win?
You're going for the win. Teams are out the window. Teamwork's out the window with them guys. These two guys right here, it's no longer about teamwork. It's about the win. I mean, they pride on the win. So, yeah, I mean, you're not going to see wreck each other. But, yeah, Brian won't lay over. Zach won't lay over. None of them will lay over. You know, and I don't think that's even up here with Kyle with his teammate. I don't think he has his teammate is James Trumbull here, which is up. He's running in the top 10. Great run for this 20 cat here tonight too. I mean, he really needed this here, Lee.
Trammell in 9th position, Sinchek in 10th. Nice run for Sinchek. Trammell's up. Collie is very upset at the moment.
Uh-oh. Collie's upset. Oh, because we got a battle going on right now with... Oh, look at this.
Collie looking to the inside of Cochran. Behind them, Huffstutler. Then you got Soren. Collie to the inside of Cochran, going down the backstretch. Huffstutler's going to follow him.
And look at the push, the draft. Wow. Oh, he pushed him hard into the turn there, Lee. He's going to make him coast up. He's got to get out of the gas there of Brandon, which is going to open up the door behind him. And Danny's going to look underneath. The
crossover.
Yeah, he's going to do that crossover move. And now they're going to try. Got 3 cars trying to mow down the 42. And, yep, here they come. And now they're going to look. Oh, man, this is a battle.
Down to the inside is Huffstutler. Soren, who is a lap down behind
Oh,
him.
no!
Ooh, Huffstutler to the inside. Soren's going to come around. Him and Cochran. Door tap just a bit. Soren, great sport here, was like, come on. Get back up here. Let's have this go on. But then right behind Soren is Trammell in the 9th position.
Yeah, look at Trammell come. And here comes Tom, too, in the 8.
2 to go.
This ain't over back here.
Absolutely is not as we come out of 4. Will be 2 to go for these guys when they cross the line. You're looking at the Professor Sean Huffstutler, Danny Cochran, James Trammell, and Tom Sinchek. It will be 7th through 10th. A quick sneaky peek up front. Zach Hall, Brian Johnson still 1-2, nose to tail. Kyle Rochelle in 3rd position, riding by his little lonesome. James Loveland in 4th, Whitley in. And then we move it back to Collie in 6th in that number 42 machine, all by his little lonesome. And then all of the drama going on around Huffstutler, Trammell, Cochran, Sinchek. Sinchek to the inside of Cochran. Will overtake that position. Put Sinchek back in the 9th.
Danny's gonna run 10th, and yep, we finally seen. That's what Zach wanted to see. Zach said, "Just get me to the white flag," and he is. We are on the last lap of tonight's event here with good old. Let's see here, with good old NAISCC Cup Series here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with Lee Tidwell and Robert A. Moyer Jr. calling all the action here tonight. As Zach Hall, final time, coming through 3 and 4. Lee, he's going to bring it out of 4, and it looks like all he has to do is just keep it steady and bring it down the front stretch, and we're going to have a 1-2 finish, Cat 5.
Zach Hall will be your winner. Brian Johnson in 2nd. Kyle Rochelle brings it across the line in 3rd position. The 56 of James Loveland will finish in 4th, and the 77 of Mark Whitley across the line in 5th position. So that'll be Collie in 6th. Huffstutler in the 94 will be in 7th, just across the line over Trammell in 8th. Sinchek 9th. Cochran will round out your top 10. We had one caution, ladies and gentlemen. That caution was the stage caution. A green flag race here tonight with the NAISCC Cup Series. What a show. from Indianapolis Motor Speedway as we watch Zach Hall entering turn number 4. You're going to see him come down here and drink some milk, kiss some bricks, and do a burnout or two. And then we will have our top 3 finishers, Zach Hall, Brian Johnson, and Kyle Rochelle, joining us in the booth in just a moment. Robert, what a night for Cat 5. What a night for the 32 of Zach Hall, who takes the points lead once again.
Yep. Good night for Zach Hall. The last time we seen him in victory lane was that Indy race that you called. Remember that, when he drank the milk there, Lee?
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time he's been at victory lane here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, so that was in the Indy cars. Now he's going to bring home the victory here in the Cup cars. So congratulations again to Zach Hall and the top 3 runners here. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be right back here as we get everybody for our post-race interviews here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. We'll be right back after we get everybody ready.
And back here with the NAISCC Cup Series on Freaky Fast Broadcasting, Kyle Rochelle finishing in 3rd position will be joining us in the booth. Kyle, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I'm here, man. How's it going?
Man, you know, it was another wonderful night with the league, another wonderful night here at Indy, and another wonderful performance for you. Kind of give and take all throughout the race. Zach Hall, Brian Johnson, they were strong from the very beginning. But I tell you what, you held with them the entire race. What was the strategy coming in, and what were you trying to do to catch these Cat 5 guys?
Honestly, I know we weren't going to really have no cautions, just a stage caution, I think, right? And they pitted a little earlier than I thought on the first stage. And once they pitted, they were like 4 seconds ahead of me. And I realized, you know, in the second stage, I just had to do whatever they did. And I got into second on the longer run there, and I thought maybe we were a little bit faster on the longer run. And we pitted together, and then, I don't know, they just disappeared. They're pretty fast.
Yeah, and it looked like you and Whitley were starting to close that gap, but then, he started racing you for a position, and we watched from the exit of turn 1 to the entrance of turn 3, you guys lose 0.7 of a second. Do you think if you and Whitley could have maybe hooked up, worked a little more together, you could have chased them down?
No, probably not. They were working pretty well together. Yeah, I'm not sure. We came out of the pits, and Brian got a run on me, and I was just gonna let him go, and then we went into the turn, and by the time I knew it, they were like 1.5 seconds ahead of me, and I just couldn't catch them. My car felt a lot different than it did the first 2 stages, and it is what it is, you know. We're fast though. Happy.
Well, it still came away with a 3rd place finish here this evening as we are full bore ahead towards the playoffs. Before we let you go, Kyle, anyone you'd like to say hello? Kyle, anyone you'd like to say hello to or give a shout out to that might be watching out there?
I just got to thank the whole RS racing team, Tom, James, Maurice. I finally get to talk to you guys again since my win. It's been records or checkers, it seems like. So This feels good. I got to thank the whole league, you guys. Congratulations to Zach, and hopefully we can get him next week.
Awesome, sir. Well, congratulations on that podium finish, and we will see you next week.
All right, thank you.
And that is Kyle Rochelle, your third place finisher. And we're going to bring up our second place finisher now. It's Big Mac himself, Zach Hall, in that number 32. Take back. He's not second place finisher. Brian Johnson is. Brian Johnson ain't here. He had other engagements, had to run away. Hi, Brian. Let's talk to the winner, Zach Hall. What's up, Zach?
Oh man, I'm worn out, Lee. Worn out.
You know, it's an Indy race, man, and that's something that we see time in and time out is those Indy races. They are their endurance, especially 100 laps around that track. One caution being the stage caution, and that's it. A grueling hour and 50 minutes for you.
Oh, that was so grueling. I can't really feel my wrists, my feet. Really, just that was really coming into the race. We got the 24 hours of Le Mans going on right now, so my hands and stuff. I just got done running probably 6 hours or probably 3 or 4 hours of that, and then coming here no practice, and I was just surprised I did do well. I mean, I knew this track's one of my better tracks, but coming in here tonight, I didn't really expect this. I mean, I haven't got an oval win this season, so this is huge. I mean, I haven't won an oval in I don't know how long. It's probably been Daytona, so tonight is really special for me.
Yeah, you were dominant throughout the evening from start to finish. You know, you had Brian along with you. Got a little bit of pressure from Kyle Rochelle at times, a little bit of pressure from Mark Whitley. Tell me about that initial 25-lap pit stop before the stage break, and then what your strategy was coming out of the stage break.
Yeah, we noticed how much the draft was so crucial. I mean, I felt like I was towing everybody around tonight for a while. Kind of was frustrating, to pull a gap in the corners and then you see it disappear in the straights. But it is what it is with this package. So me and Brian knew that was a huge thing. I gotta shout him out. He drove behind me all night. I mean, he could have passed me so many times, but he knew that if we started racing, it would slow us down and let everybody get up to into our draft. And yeah, the strategy was there, was splitting it down to 25. We knew the fall off would kind of taper off near the end of the runs, and we could kind of keep clicking off the same lap time. So we felt like if we came in a little bit earlier, probably everybody would be good. I know that last time Rochelle came down with us, I was kind of worried that one because he was really quick in that right before we pitted there for that last pit stop. Like I thought we had a little more than him earlier in the race, but then he really showed a lot of pace there, and then I seemed to just drop back when we came out of the pits. Me and Brian kind of broke away, and then from there, I looked in my mirror probably the whole race because he was there. I just had the upper hand in 3 and 4. He had the upper hand in 1 and 2, so it was kind of weird all night. He'd get the run on me down the back straightaway, but down the front straightaway, I had him all night. So it was just a tough race. He's a hard competitor to beat, and I respect him a lot. He's my teammate for a reason, and dude, it's tough to beat on the oval.
Well, and speaking of teammate Cedric Hunter, of course, running the 24-hour race for Cat 5 at the moment, not at this event. That will put you into the points lead heading into next week and 2 weeks for playoffs. You're the only one, it looks like, in the top 5 that's run every race now with Cedric missing this one. Is there anything looking to knock you out of a race before playoffs, or are you pretty much on cruise control, the whole bubble wrap thing?
You never know. We got 2 races left, 2 tough ones. Las Vegas next week. That one will be kind of a crapshoot. You'll see who's got what there. I know Cedric, my teammate, will be really good there. I got to thank him for missing the night and driving in the corner right now. He's doing a wonderful job, everybody. So make sure to go check him out on Twitch. But yeah, just these next 2 weeks, I got to focus up, try to get. I want to hold on to the points lead. That's the goal. But New Hampshire's another big one because that's the race coming up with North Wilkesboro, Martinsville, New Hampshire. Kind of the short track deal they have going in there for a championship that I'm leading by a point over Cedric. So it's going to be key going into that race. And then just kind of keeping the momentum going into the playoffs because I can't believe to say this, but I think I actually got a shot. I really wouldn't think I would be able to beat my teammates. They're really, really tough dudes to beat. And something seems to be clicking this year in 2021, and I'm getting back on my feet and starting to win races again.
Gotcha, sir. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Before we let you go, anyone you give a shout out to her that might be watching?
yeah, definitely. First off, got to shout out you guys in the booth, Lee, Robert. Love you guys to death. It's good to hear your voices as always. We had the weeks off, and it's good to be back here, up here talking with you gentlemen. So thank you for the broadcast y'all do each and every week. It's a pleasure to go back and watch. Also shout out all the race car drivers out here tonight. It was a really tough race with the draft, and we kept it completely green. Other than that one caution, we wish we were going to have a stage caution anyway. So kind of worked out that way anyways. So I just gotta give them a huge shout out, and then other shout out to my teammates. Brian, he's a tough competitor. That dude's almost impossible to beat, and he raced me super fair tonight. Shout out to Cedric, he's running the race, and Brandon, he had a great race coming back to 6. I know Nick got caught up with some stuff, but just a great showing overall for the team tonight. It's been a fantastic night. Anybody wants something to watch after this, make sure you go check out on Twitch, Bazinga_Hunter. And you can check us out in the 24 hours of Le Mans, because we're leading right now. We're doing pretty good. We'll come out there and support. Come hit us up and chat. But thank you guys for everything tonight.
Well, speaking of teammates, Brian Johnson joins us in the booth here, our second place finisher, and I got a good look at that Tide-inspired Cat 5 machine. Brian, congratulations, second place tonight. You and Zach putting on a show, and then Cat 5, of course, having a good outing right now at the 24 hours.
Yeah, I initially wasn't going to be able to make this interview because I was going to be trying to go over there and load into the session for my next stint, so Cedric wouldn't have to do 5 in a row, but I didn't make it in time. So we're having him do another one so I can talk with y'all.
Oh my God.
Poor Cedric.
Yeah, poor Cedric. But yeah, it's Category 5 is busy tonight, and you know, me and Zach, we were busy here battling each other all night. You know, Dirty Air was pretty bad. He was better at you know, not burning up his tires. I'm always pretty bad at that. But yeah, just I didn't want to pass him before the last lap because I knew that, you know, he's just gonna draft back up and side draft, do all that, you know, fancy aero stuff and get right back around me. So I was trying to put myself in position to get him on the last lap. But it didn't work out that way, and I didn't want to pass him with you know, with that lap car stuff because I don't want to pass him like that. So, but I like seeing Zach win.
So now, how much teamwork did you guys have to use to keep Kyle Rochelle and Mark Whitley and James Loveland from getting out in front?
You know, we did have to work together a little bit. You know, that's what you saw with the first pit stop in the early part of the race, lap 24 going on 25. You know, we got to pit together so we have the draft, and then just try to break the draft back to, you know, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, which we were able to do on that green flag pit stop. And you couldn't do it at the beginning of the second stage, but you know, really breaking the draft for after that green flag pit stop in the second stage, that was kind of my job, because you know, if I break the draft from Kyle and try to get him past, you know, 1.1, 1.2 seconds behind me, then that draft's broken, and it's just me and Zach, and, you know, just don't race too much and slow ourselves down so that they can get back in it, and so we can just ensure that Category 5 driver wins the race.
Well, once again, congratulations. Before we let you go, anyone you want to give a shout out to that might be watching?
Well, definitely, I got to give a shout out to Cedric right now, since he's kind of doing my job for me right now. And then of course, a shout out to you guys who always put on such a great show for you know, not just tonight but every single night that some sort of league race is going on. And then you know, everybody that tunes in as usual, and, you know, all the drivers over here at this league. You know, we only had one caution tonight, so that was pretty cool. You know, a lot of clean racing tonight, which was a nice refresher. So yeah, that's pretty much. And of course, my teammates. You know, Zach and Kali and Nick. Got to thank them. You know, we compare telemetry a lot, try to learn from each other, and we all get better from it. So got to thank them too.
Well, Zach, Brian, congratulations. Monster night here at Indy. Congratulations on what y'all have done so far in the 24-hour race, and look forward to seeing what the outcome is. And what do you guys, please give poor Cedric a break after this session.
Will do. Will do.
All right, see you guys. That is Zach Hall and Brian Johnson From Cat 5, Zach Hall, of course, winning this way. Brian Johnson coming in second. As we get set to show you that, why is it not letting me put that? There it is. Our finishing lineup here tonight. Zach Hall will be your race winner. Brian Johnson in second. Kyle Rochelle will finish in third. James Loveland in fourth. Mark Whitley will finish in fifth position. Brandon Colley in sixth. Sean Huffstutler in seventh. James Trammell in eighth. Tom Sinchik in ninth. And Danny Cochran will finish in the top 10. Adam Westfield in 11th. Trevor Earhart in 12th. Thomas Walter 13th. Dakota Moniz in 14th. Max Foner in 15th. It'll be Jesse Thordick in 16th. Ryan Bird in 17th. In 18th will be Maurice Gomillion. In 19th, it'll be Nick Crawford. 20th, Gregory Shaw. 21st, Nathan Soren. 22nd, Daniel Keith Jr. 23rd, Tyler Dingler. Tile. We just gave him a new name. Tyler Dingler. 24th will be Martin Morales Jr. And that will round out your finishing order tonight. Robert, another great night for Freaky Fast. Another great night for the NAISCC Cup Series. Another great night of action at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, sir.
That is correct there, Lee. Thank you very much for everybody out there for tuning in. What a race. Man, not a lot of talking on our part up here at the commentating, so we do apologize to everybody that goes back and listens to this. We tried to find all the action that we could out there for everybody. They got well spread out, and it came down to tire mileage and saving your tires. And like they said earlier, the draft is OP here, and it showed tonight. All you had to do is get behind somebody and basically run their race and just follow along. And that's what it was here tonight. And like everybody else said, you know, they only had one yellow here tonight, Lee, and that was for the stage. So bravos to them for packing in 24 cars. One yellow. Oh, actually, they had two yellows. Well, one yellow for a wreck, and then they had their stage yellow. So I do apologize. Let me correct myself on that. So there was a yellow right before the stage. So what do you call that? I guess one yellow, right? I would assume because they didn't
do an extra one for the stage.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, then excuse me again. I messed that up. Jeez, I just gotta go to bed. Anyways, yeah. So, we'll see everybody tomorrow night as we'll be with like Lee likes to say, with SRU Sim Racing Unleashed tomorrow night at 7:50 Eastern, as they're gonna bring out the next gen cars at Charlotte Motor Speedway. That's going to be a fun track to watch, as they're going to be packing over 20-some vehicles out there. So if you're not busy, make sure you tune in tomorrow night here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And if you don't know when we go live, the best way to find that stuff out is hit that subscribe button over there on YouTube, and also hit the like button on this stream. It helps us out, it helps the leagues out, and helps everybody out in general. But until tomorrow night, Lee, Robert, we're going to say goodbye, everybody. We love yous all. Peace out.